Striking Scorpion 82 is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Played by millions around the world, Raid Shadow Legends is known for its superior in-game graphics and now boasts over 700 unique champions which can be used for different strategies and teams to complete the most difficult challenges such as dungeons, bosses or the PvP arena. Raid is a tactical turn-based MMO battle game with a strong emphasis on hero collection, with team selection, chosen skills and synergy being one of the most important parts of Raid. Game modes include Campaign, Dungeons, Faction Wars, Arena, Clan Boss and Doom Tower. For a limited time, Raid is now offering a free legendary champion, Sun Wukong, Raid's take on the mischievous Monkey King. To access this free champion, simply log into Raid on 7 different days between August the 22nd and October the 23rd to get your hands on this awesome character, with no heroic journey to the west required. Raid Shadow Legends is free to download and play on both mobile and PC. When you use the special link in the video description below, you get a free starter pack with a free champion and a bundle of cool in-game loot. Thanks and enjoy the game. Alright, so welcome to this 1500 points game of Warhammer 40,000. It's new Codex Tyranids against Space Marines, mostly Imperial Fists here, with a few Red Scorpions just to bolster the numbers here, up to 1500 points for this game. So before I run through the list here for the Tyranids, just say a big thank you to those that support us on Patreon. So there's gold level Patreon, that is a name shout out and a Patronic dice to use at some critical point during the game. That's for all of our battle reports. And also silver level, they get name shouts out at the end of all of our games. And then there's the bronze supporters as well, who have their name in the end credits along with those at silver and gold. So it really does help support the channel over on Patreon, so you can support us there. Link for that in the video description below. It helps support the channel, the armies for the channel, and then SSWG Wargames Club, the club where I really got into Warhammer 40,000. It's a chance for us just to give a bit of help back to them. And if you're tuning in and you saw our latest Apocalypse battle, Astra Militarum versus Tyranids, 9,000 points game, that was filmed at SSWG using much of their terrain. So it's a chance for us just to help them out. So Patreon helps support SSWG Wargames Club. So for this game, as we understand that there is the new Space Marine Codex on the way. We're not going to be using the new Codex here in this game. The release date is yet to come for that. We'll be using the updated points, though, which is live for all of the factions. And then, obviously, the rules have been updated, the slight tweaks with the latest update from Games Workshop. Really, the emphasis for this game is the Tyranids. I've pushed them on to 1,500 points. So there's some new units that have been added, which is exciting to see. It means I can get this army up to 2,000 points, then move on to the next project as well. So there's two good things going on: getting an army finished off, and then freeing up time to move on to the next faction. So new additions is the Warriors. I did have a squad of 3. I'm going to go through the whole list in just a moment, just to point out the new models. Warriors, I had 3. I've now bumped them up to 6. It's the close combat option. Now, see if you recognise this pose. Like so. A little bit of inspiration coming from Space Marine game. I think it's Space Marine 2, where you have the warrior standing up in this pose, just blasting out defiance against the Ultramarines. I've tried to replicate that, tilted up some rocks at an angle, and then I've had him. He's going to be the prime, I think, for the squad. There he is. Now there's 2 others, which I equally like the poses on. I've gone for Lash Whip and Bone Sword, and like the Rending Claw option on these. So these are all painted up using the colour scheme for Hive Fleet Leviathan. So if you like the look of these, then you can follow the same process. There's a number of tutorials now live on the channel for Hive Fleet Leviathan Tyranids. I've also painted up this, so debut for this beast here. It's the Mouseaptor, this psychic horned beast. We'll see how well it does. Obviously painting up the casualty here for Ultramarines, trampling one of James's Terminators, of course. There he is. Debut for him, see how well he gets on. And then one of the new sculpts here, almost sculpt of the year for me from Games Workshop, the new Lictor model. I mean, just such a good sculpt, and the size of the thing. Just do a size comparison between the Lictor and a primary Space Marine. Brilliant scowl here from Games Workshop. So really, really good to see the new sculpt. I've got Death Leaper as well, working on him and pushing towards this 2,000 points list. But there's 1 Lictor in the list at least, and then there's a number of other units in the list as well. So the aim is to get these rounded off to 2,000 points. That'll free them up for some 2K battles against a variety of factions on the channel. Perhaps their arch enemies, the Space Marines. So looking forward to further games with them. So, a bit of showcase there, a bit of hobby time, just to show you the progress here with Hive Fleet Leviathan. So, at 1,500 points of Tyranids, despite the new Codex, I'm still going to run them for this particular style. I've got to run 2 different Hive Fleets for the Tyranids, but I'm going to stick with Invasion Fleet here. I like it for this particular list. So that's the detachment I'm going to run from the new Codex for this Tyranid force. So, for them in no particular order, I've got the Butcher here. It's the Hive Tyrant with Heavy Venom Cannon being taken for him, and the Monstrous Lash Whip and Bone Sword being taken for him. So there's enough points just for this 1,500 point list to take perfectly adapted. It's the only one I could afford here. It's going to give him a single, once per turn, 1 hit roll, 1 wound roll, 1 damage roll, 1 advance roll, 1 charge roll for the bearer. So bear that in mind for him, one of the cheaper enhancements to take for that HQ. He will be the Warlord here for this list. To go with him will be some Tyrant Guard, squad of 3, taking the Crushing Claw option on those. A Winged Tyranid Prime is in the list. The intention is to put him with the Close Combat Warriors. Then there's another HQ. It's the Neuro Tyrant across here, so one of those being taken. And the intention is to put him with a squad of 11 Neurogaunts being taken there. So then on to the battle line type units. So 2 squads of 10 regular gaunts. There's a strangle web in each of those. The rest are equipped with flesh borers. Then I have a squad of 5 barb gaunts. I've got a psychophage across here. The new Mouseaptor being taken, big monster, see how that gets on. The expanded warrior unit up to from 3 up to 6, all taking the close combat option for those. There's a Screamer Killer being taken as well, a regular Lictor, and then a squad of 3 Von Ryan's Leapers being taken for this Tyranid list. As I've said, it's 3/4 of the way there now. There are some key units. Still, the list is not quite what I want it to be. There's some key units to come for finishing this 2,000 points Hive Fleet Leviathan force off. But those units being built and painted right now, so they're going to push towards 2K as soon as possible. So that's the list for the Tyranids. Phoenix Lords and Autarchs have been allocated. So Phoenix Lord level allocated to individual units for all of our games. And then there's Autarchs as well, which have gone up in number. A number of extra Autarchs have joined us. They get allocated to individual models. So you can follow your model, follow your unit around in the game, and hopefully see it gets up to some heroics or not on the battlefield. So Gut B I thought was appropriate for the Psychophage, so you can follow him around for the game. Mephisto onto the Neuro Tyrant, Vagabond onto the debut Malceptor. Then Nate Miller onto the Hive Tyrant, the Warlord for this battle. Lucas Brown onto the Screamer Killer. JP, something sneaky is his requirement. He's a Genestealer Cults player, so I think very appropriate to debut on the brand new Lictor for this battle. Ben Shaw onto the Winged Prime, and then the Comiskey Choppers here are going to put Chris Comiskey onto the 6 Tyranid Warriors. And then for Autarchs, I've put Midnight Miniatures onto the squad leader for them. Ite Miara onto the Von Ryan's Leapers. And then Dan C, one of the new Autarchs that's joined us, he's going to go bodyguard duty here to try and protect the Hive Tyrant, who usually attracts a lot of attention in our games. So that's the list here for the Tyranids, ripping and raring to go. We'll see if they can get their teeth sunk into the Space Marines here. Really are forming sort of an arch enemy type thing going on here with the Tyranids. Good number of games played against the Space Marines. They have struggled, but I think the Hive Fleet is adapting, and their day will come. Perhaps in this battle they'll slaughter the Marines. We shall have to see. We'll take a look now and see what the Space Marines have in their list. Alright, so 1500 points of mostly Imperial Fists. So this is an army under development as well. I've got 1,000 points of Imperial Fists across here. There is a large detachment currently with Siege Studios. They are painting up the next large batch of those at the moment. So they're not quite ready yet. So we're going to fight with what we have and then bolster the numbers up to 1,500 points with the Red Scorpions, just to fight alongside their Imperial Fist brethren. So, a fresh test for the Space Marines for sure. Just to emphasise, we are using the updated points and updated rules released to everybody from Games Workshop. But as yet, we're not getting stuck into the new Codex at this point. So we're going to fight with the regular detachment that's available from the index cards for the Space Marines in this game. But points for both sides is the updated points currently from Games Workshop. So, Chaplain on bike being taken. Outriders squad of 3, an ATV being added to those as well. 2 squads of Intercessors being taken. Then a Redemptor Dreadnought with a Macroplasma Incinerator weapon option for him. Heavy Intercessors with one of them carrying the Heavy Bolter option. A Gravis Captain being taken. And then one of the new units that's been added, a full squad of 6 Eradicators being taken for the Imperial Fists as well. Then to bolster their number, they'll be glad to see a second Redemptor Dreadnought being taken. And then to add to their flexibility with the Bikers, on top of that, we've got some Deep Strikers here. So 2 squads of 3 Inceptors with their Assault Bolters for those. That's 1,500 points of Space Marines. So hobby update for them. The plan is to take the Imperial Fists up to 2k. If you like the look of the Imperial Fists, they've been pro-painted by Siege Studios, so you can check them out for your own painting commissions. They've done an absolutely superb job. Massive fan of the Imperial Fists, but it's one of my Space Marine chapters that I've moved them all onto Primaris. So that's those. So get them finished, and then going to shift on to the Red Scorpions. Got an entirely different list planned for them, and to take them up to 2k as well is the plan for the Red Scorpions. So you can keep a lookout for both of those armies developing on the channel. So that's the list here for the Space Marines. Phoenix Swords and Autarchs have been allocated. So Ray Cross onto Chaplain Cross here in this game. Paint Licker's Paint Pot. His duty is going to be with the Bikers, and they'll escort and protect the Chaplain. Michael Fryer, diehard Space Marine player, put him onto the Redemptor Dreadnought. Longbow BB onto some long-range firepower support from the Heavy Intercessors. Then some of the Phoenix Swords are placed here over onto the Red Scorpions. Andrew Swan's just joined us at Phoenix Sword level, so I've put him onto, no pressure, but onto the second Dreadnought here in this game. Again, he's an absolute diehard Imperial player, so be happy to be on that model. And then some deep striking support coming in the form of BPP Wargaming and Amy Albo on the 2 squads of Inceptors. And then with the Autarchs, I have clustered them together onto this important unit across here. So Sam Hermes, Valhalla Field Marshal Robert, Dylan Moore and Ben Harris will all fight as battle brothers here with the Eradicators. So that's the list here for the Space Marines. Mike Walker's going to take command of them here. He's used the Space Marines plenty of times on the channel. He's led them to victory plenty of times as well. So he'll seek to crush the Tyranids once more in this fight. We'll take a look at the scenario and deployment next for this 1500 point battle. Alright, so we have a scenario here for this game. We're playing Scorched Earth as the primary mission. Deployment is Crucible of Battle, so it's going to look something like that. And then the mission rule is Sweep and Clear. So for this mission with Scorched Earth, from the second battle round onwards, so turn 2 onwards, in each player's shooting phase, the player whose turn it is can select one unit from their army that is not battle shocked and is eligible to shoot. At the end of that turn, that unit is not eligible to shoot or declare a charge. At the start of its controlling player's next command phase, you've got to move on to the objective, control it, hold it, survive through to the next command phase. Then you're able to, if you're in an inch of it, you're able to remove it from the battlefield. So there's a chance to burn objectives here in this game. So it's tricky one, whether to do that or not. Once the objective's gone, it's gone. You can, though, cash in at the end of the game. To bear that in mind, at the end of the battle, each player scores 5 victory points if one or objective markers in no man's land are burned by a unit from their army, and 10 victory points if the objective marker in their opponent's deployment zone was burnt. So a big incentive to push through to the middle of the table and also through to the opponent's home objective, and then to burn those objectives and get them removed from the table. And then turn 2 onwards, at the end of each command phase, it's 5 victory points for each objective marker that you control. It's any of the objective markers on the board, up to a maximum of 10 points per turn. So a big incentive to control at least 2 objectives for each turn, turn 2 onwards. So objectives on the board, there's 5 of them. There is one dead centre, so there's one just here. So placed just on that building there, and both players are happy enough for it to be situated like so. There's a home objective here for the Tyranids, their deployment zone running diagonally across here, marked by the orange dice. There's a second no man's land objective across there. There's a third no man's land objective across here, and then the Space Marine deployment zone marked by the yellow dice for the Imperial Fists, and their home objective just tucked behind that building. So 5 objectives in total on the board. The mission rule for this battle, nice and straightforward. It's sweep and clear. So we're looking at sticky objectives here for all units. In this mission, if a player controls an objective marker at the end of their command phase, that objective marker remains under their control, even if they have no models within range of it, unless their opponent controls it at the end of any subsequent command phase. So you can control objectives, move off of them, and they still remain under your control. So that's the mission. Each of us will now choose 2 secondaries each. Alright, so secondaries have been chosen for both sides. Well, Mike's gone for random here, so he'll be drawing cards each turn. I've gone for fixed, so storm hostile objectives, so grabbing objectives off the opponent. We've gone for assassination as well. There's only 2 characters, but we'll put a price on the chaplain and the captain here in this game, so they're each worth 4 victory points each. So a big incentive for the Tyranids to eat Mike's characters. That's secondaries chosen for both sides. We'll start alternating placing units on the board next. Alright, just to mention the battle mat and terrain that we're using in this game. So battle mat is from gamemat.eu. 6x4 inch size, just mark the edge here of a perimeter fence. You can get this one in the 60x44 inches for your regular games of 10th edition Warhammer 40,000. Also combine this battle mat with, this one's called Fallout Zone, and then using the industrial terrain set from gamemat.eu. So that's these containers across here, those buildings across in that corner, there's 2 more of them across there, those boxes over there as well, and then a couple of these all part of that industrial terrain set, and then a single piece of terrain set, a large piece called the web portal, that's this piece across here, bulks out most of the terrain. That's all from gamemat.eu. So you can check them out for your supplies of battle mats, all shapes and sizes available from them, and also the pre-painted terrain sets as well. For a limited time, there is a limited number of codes for 20% off across the store for gamemat.eu. So link for that in the video description below, and you'll see the code for 20% off. If that doesn't work and it has been used up, there should be some codes left, but if it has been used up, there'll be the regular code for 11% off your order from gamemat.eu. So you can check them out for battle mats and pre-painted terrain. Alright, so deployment's done for both sides. The table filling up quite nicely here for this 1500 points game. So for the Tyranids, I think there's an incentive to go for all of the no man's land objectives. So von Ryan's Leapers sneaking here and already on this no man's land objective. The warriors are put around here, just trying to cut the angle down for terrain and being shot at. They can't escape entirely, but they're quite well covered here. Most of the terrain is just going to be the physical line of sight block we're going to have to rely upon in this battle. We're going to play this thing in the middle as a ruin, so it's going to create an area of obscuring here in this game. It's the only ruin on the board. The rest are going to play as sealed buildings. There's the usual rules across here for these pipes. So infantry could shelter behind for cover and so on. And then across there, just going to play this as normal sealed buildings and terrains. There's a possibility of some cover, but that's about it for that structure. So that's terrain covered here for both sides. So warriors here, then barbed gaunts, Neuro Tyrant, 2 units of gaunts anchoring here at the back, ready to move out to the objective and try and fill out the board to stop deep strikers from coming in. The Hive Tyrants here, making use of the obscuring terrain. So too is the Screamer Killer, going to try and keep him alive. And then on duty on the left-hand side is the Malceptor with the Psychophage, the 2 beasts over on the extreme left-hand side. We do have 1 deep striking unit. It is the Lictor, going to keep him off the board for now and deep strike him in turn 2 onwards. So for the Imperial Fists, making good use of the terrain across here. Bikers on this right-hand side, so we're expecting movement out here from them in this direction. The 2 Dreadnoughts lining up here on patrol, covering this corridor of firepower. Heavy Intercessors, 1 Intercessor squad here, 1 on the left-hand side, and then the Eradicators have been joined by the Captain in Gravis armour, and then in reserve is the 2 units of Inceptors for the Space Marines. They'll deep strike in turn 2 onwards. So that's deployment done for both sides. Alright, so deployment's done, ready to go. I'm quite optimistic with the Tyranids, but we'll see. There's a fair bit of Space Marine firepower to try and get through. A bit nervous about the Dreadnoughts and the Eradicators as well. So would you rather go first or second? Surely first.
I'm going to let the dice decide.
That's a good way of saying it, Mike. 6. Mike's going first. Oh, close. Right, Space Marines to go first on this one. We have hidden some stuff as much as we can. So there's some protection going on, but Space Marines are going to get the first strike here. We'll see if the Psychophage can survive turn 1. Usually doesn't, and Mike says he's got some firepower potentially lined up, that beast already. We'll see. Turn 1 coming up here. Space Marines will strike first. All right, so Mike's on his move. As you can see, Dreadnoughts going to triangulate their firepower to hunt the beasties on the board. Whilst Mike's finishing off his moves here, we have an awards ceremony. So it's JP. He has supported us at Phoenix Lord level for a year. So one of the smaller perks here, just after a year's support, you get a certificate. So JP, it's Cult of the Pink Panthers, his gaming group. So we've marked that on here for him. So big thank you to JP for his support for 1 year. And then he also gets a special edition set of objective markers for 1 year of support there for the Phoenix Lords. So there's different levels of support on the channel. It really is the channel members that help us keep the content coming at the rate that we're doing as well. Battle report every week and then bonus battle reports on YouTube channel membership. So the most common is Aspect Warrior. That unlocks all the bonus content that we produce. You can then join us over on the Discord as well. You get loyalty badges in the comment section. Then there's Autark level, so you get allocated individual models on the board for the Autark level and name in the end credits. And then we have the Phoenix Lords, so it's all the aforementioned perks. Plus perks like this, other stuff that we reveal once you join, and you can join us over on the WhatsApp group as well, where myself, James, Mike and Tom and the other Phoenix Lords from around the galaxy all gather together. So link for channel membership in the video description below. All right, so movement's done here for the Space Marines. Mike's going to let us know what's happened. Not too much really going on. It's quite sensible.
No, so basically the unit here has advanced to claim this objective.
Yep.
For my extend battle lines.
Yeah, sorry. So engage on fronts and extend battle lines is the two cards that have been drawn.
Yeah, and I advanced the Dreadnought, and I think that was the only two units I did advance.
Because you're in a doctrine.
Yes, I went to the Devastator Doctrine to allow me to advance and shoot.
Yep. Okay.
And that's to put his maximum damage here, my oath for the moment.
To get in range, yeah, Mike's after the Psychophage.
Yeah.
As per the usual script.
They have moved up here.
Did these advance? No.
No.
14-inch move.
12.
Oh, yeah.
12.
That's okay. I'm thinking of Eldar.
And then everything here just shimmied up a wee bit.
Right, push it up in this direction here. So manoeuvring taking place as Mike's main focus is those Dreadnoughts with their longer range firepower. Okay, movement done. Cautious enough from the Space Marines. There's no need to rush headlong towards the Tyranids. They have superior firepower in this game, so I think Mike's going to try and maximise with that as much as possible. We'll go on to shooting phase next. All right, so on shooting phase here. It's been a while since Mike's been on the channel, so I'm hoping he's a bit rusty here to give us some kind of chance. But his memory serves him well. He usually shoots at the Psychophage, so he's going to have a go at that. Whilst I remember, I'm going to point out that I've gone for the Swarming Instincts. So sustained hits against infantry here in this game. Infantry and swarm units is the plan. It was a tricky decision. Could have gone against vehicles, but we'll go for infantry here in this game. All right, Dreadnoughts then. As the Red Scorpion Dreadnought first, it's going to put the Macroplasma Incinerator into here. It's the only weapon in range and line of sight of other targets. We're cut off across here and hidden away. The edge of the terrain piece is here for us, so we are sheltered from Dreadnought firepower. So Mike's going to Chris Heim. Patronic dice. Number of shots, an important enough roll. His average is 3. +1.
+1, yeah, so 4.
4 shots. Needing 3s.
Oh. I'm doing a CP to take away your cover.
Okay.
And to add a +1 to the AP.
Fine. All right, Mike's really after the Psychophage here. So we've talked about, we know what is coming from the Warhammer community page, and that is the change with Oath of Moment. We've played plenty of Oath of Moment using the current rules, so we're going to go to the updated rule for that, which will come out with the new Codex. Games Workshop have announced that on the community page, which means it's reroll to hit rolls against target, but not to win. We're going to play that and sort of see how that works.
Which doesn't suit my style of rolling, but yes.
We'll cut that down and see how much that balances things out. I think it's fair. It's still potent enough. Reroll and hit rolls against the target is still
really good. Definitely, yeah. So
3s on 4 dice.
Yep.
Rerollable.
Yep.
2 snake eyes. Here, or two ones. And 1 comes through. Okay, so that's helped a bit. Okay, this is where Michael missed the reroll wounds. Probably. It's strength 9. We're toughness 9, so it's going to be 4s. And 2 go through. Okay.
If I had a reroll.
We would have got that. Okay, so we're noticing the difference already.
So it's 9 - 5.
Oh, no chance. And I've got no cover, some
6 damage.
Oh, it's straight damage, okay.
Yeah, straight 3 damage each, yeah.
Okay, 6 damage taken. We'll go to our built-in Feel No Pain. So I don't need to use the strategy on this thing. It's got the Feel No Pain. And I'm going to commit Feel No Pain because there'll probably be more to come. Yeah, we'll Carl Roden this. He's a Tyranids player. He will defy your plasma with 1. Okay, so we'll take 5 wounds on the Psychophage. So we're half dead. We drop down to 5 left. Mike repeats that. He'll destroy it with the other Dreadnought.
Well, this is where I shouldn't have spent my CP.
Oh yeah, it's just a very random number of shots about to come through.
Yeah, we'll go...
Sam Hermes.
Yeah.
He's Black Templars and Cadians player. Should be good on the firepower. Duh. 6. Okay, 7 shots. Psychophage about to go.
Right, 3s.
And rerollable. Oh boy, all of them are 7 out of 7. Force to wound.
This is the hard part.
Here it comes.
Oh.
That's alright.
Oh, I had a reroll.
Another one. Alright, 4 come through.
Yeah, so it's 3, 6, 9, 12.
The AP is still high enough.
Yeah, AP 5.
Okay. And we need a miracle. Still continuing on with the Carl Roden dice. No, it's nowhere near good enough. We're gone. And then Deadly Demise, I roll it. It does go off, but I think it's an enemy unit. We'll just check it. So yeah, Deadly Demise is a universal rule now, not like the 9th edition where it was an enemy unit within range. So Deadly Demise of 1, so Mouseceptor dropping down to 13 wounds left. There he is, the Psychophage. Bit of a lost soul on the battlefield. He just sort of walks around and vomits his contents of his guts and then just gets shot to pieces. He's yet to find a good roll. Or maybe he does have his role on the battlefield. Mike shot at him and not at something else. So I'm actually not going to complain about that. He could have shot at the Mouseceptor instead. So we'll take that result. Psychophage obliterated, but has kept other units alive. I don't think there's any other shooting, is there? No.
Oh,
Maybe a bit of bolter Daka coming through. Michael check. 24, 30.
Yeah.
No. All right. Firepower finished. Yeah, well, yeah, maybe these have assault.
Oh, yes.
Okay. They could do it anyway because of the doctrine in play, Devastator Doctrine. So it's 10 shots into the Leapers.
Yeah.
So 3 hit becomes 4s for stealth.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be anything too scary. It's going to be 5s to wound.
Some special just...
Yeah, they're stealth. And we're toughness 5, I believe. Yeah, it's just going to be 5s to wound. Just the one comes through. Did they get a bit of AP -1?
Yeah. Bull rifle AP 1, yeah.
No cover, no. Okay, so we do take a wound. Alright, so that's firepower complete. Just a wound put onto the Von Ryan's Leapers just there, but they remain on that objective. Mike controls those. His OC is higher. He's got 2 models in range. We're only OC 1 with 1 model. Shooting phase finished. No charges to take place. Space Marines have made their move. The Psychophage has met a long-range Grizzly end. The rest of the Tyranid army remains intact. Raring to go. New units in position. We'll see what the Tyranids can do as their horde prepares to move. We'll go on to turn 1 for the Tyranids. In fact, I'll ask Mike if any points have come through.
Extend battle lines.
Okay, and that gives you
5, because I hold a no man's and a home objective.
All right, that's not a bad start. So 5 points to 0 at this stage. We'll go on to turn 1 for the Tyranids coming up next. All right, so turn 1 for the Tyranids. Quite a tedious movement phase for them, as I wanted to see if I could get within range for a charge. Got up to here. Would have been a 10-inch charge, then decided to try and go for an advanced roll. Command reroll of 1, and didn't do much, but I got 3 inches in the end. So managed to get to here. We can't charge. We're out of range of the objective as well. It's annoying because we have Storm Hostile objective. So Warriors a bit out of it here at this point in the game. They're not on the objective. They've got no ability to charge. They are shielded pretty good from terrain, but they're going to have to wait for another turn before they can see any kind of action. Rolled well with the Neuro Tyranids. Moved round to here. getting ready to unleash some firepower in this direction. The Leapers are lined up to try and take these on. So there is a chance still that we can storm this hostile objective. It still counts under Mike's control. 4 OC level compared to our 3 in total. They're just 1 OC each. Hive Tyrant has advanced to here, 11 inches in total, pushed him through in this direction. Barb gaunts and gaunts onto the home objective. The other gaunts spread out a little bit just to create a dead zone here to try and prevent deep strikers from coming in too effectively and too close. Screamer Killers advanced and moved through the gap. Just really a distraction kind of effects here for the Tyranids. And the Malceptor made an advance roll to get onto that objective there and to park himself on that. It's not an assault weapon though, so he's not going to be able to shoot, which is frustrating. So, well, there was a plan originally to... I moved him round to there. If I'd have rolled better on my advance, I could have shifted the Hive Tyrant across there, got within range 6, and their weapons count as assault within range 6 inches, and that would have freed up the Malceptor to shoot. But that's what I've said here. It's been a tedious, tricky movement phase here for the Tyranids. It's proved difficult trying to get within range for charges in the face of Space Marine armor, which boasts some very potent firepower. We just sense we're going to get shot quite badly here by the Space Marines. But movement's done. We've got a shooting phase next for the Tyranids on their first turn. So we'll go the Screamer Killer first. Its weapon is assault, so we'll go into that with the bioplasma into the bikers. So we're looking at D6 plus 3 attacks. So 4 and 3, and it's blast. And for the size of the unit, it's 5 models, so you're going to get +1. So we're looking at 8 attacks in total. It's not too scary, it's only damage 1.
What's the AP?
It is AP -2. So Mike's going to get cover. We're looking at 4s for hits. 6s don't mean anything because it's up against bikers. So 6 wounds come through. 3s to wound. Not bad. 5 wounds come through. -2, -1 ready for cover. So looking for 4s.
Yep.
Ooh, ouch. 4 wounds come through. Good screaming from the Screamer Killer. Not too bad from him. All right, so 4 wounds taken. So Michael, put the wounds onto the ATV. It's very good for damage absorption. So no model slain. You just count it down to 4 wounds left. I think it's an 8 wound model.
Starts with it, yep.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Right, so we'll go for the Hive Tyrant. He can see through to the bikers. We'll go after them. And we'll call upon a friend. Yes, I thought he was here. Dan C's joined us at a gold level on Patreon. He's a Tyranids player, correct? Yes, Tau, Guard, Space Marines, and T.
What's
T for Tyranid. It's Heavy Venom Cannon we're playing, so we're looking at D3 shots, 2s to hit, Strength 9, -2, 3 damage. Mike's contemplating using a stratagem to try and nullify.
Cover.
Some cover, yep, no problem.
And then minus... I'm going to have to do Armor Contempt.
Oh, Armor Contempt. Okay. Number of shots. 3. We max out, and then +1. 4 shots. Okay. So looking at 2s for hits, which we get. 3s for wounds. I'm going to use my Perfectly Adapted now. Once per turn I can reroll a wound roll, amongst other things. And that helps. Nice. He is Perfectly Adapted. 4 wounds come through. So if you're going to get cover and negating my minus, then you're up to normal armor saves of 3+. It's fine, yeah. Ooh, pressure.
Yeah, I want to live.
Okay, need an Imperial friend, such as Nicholas Lucas.
4 was it, yeah?
Yeah, 4 of them at 3s.
And what's the damage?
Damage 3 each time.
Oh, so I need to make 3 of these.
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of the result that we were looking for. So now I've got 6 damage coming through. The ATV's about to go. Come on, reroll. Thought he might, or not. It's burning through them. Blocked. Blast. Yeah.
I just don't know what else you had to shoot there.
Oh boy. Okay, down to 1 wound left. That was close. We almost took the ATV out, but it's doing a good bodyguard work here, protecting the bikers.
It's only because it's got the multi-melt
And the chaplain.
This looking at me.
Oh yeah, definitely.
This looking at me.
Yep. Okay, I think I can't hit you with anything else. I think you've escaped. Alright, we'll put a Psychic Torrent into these. 2d6 auto hits. This is coming from the Neuro Tyrant. I'll commit this to a Xenosy friend, Jordan Russell, Eldar player. 2d6 auto hits. 6 comes through. Now, wounding is strength 5. So 3s. Okay, so 3 come through. AP -1, ignoring cover. So 3 saves are 4+. Each one's damage 2, so we could bring a couple of Marines down here, which we don't. Mike's passed all of them on a 4, 5, and a 6 for the Emperor. So there's a full list for the Tyranids over on channel membership in our army development video. One of the things I want to do, as we're seeing here in this game, just talking a bit of tactics here, my Tyranid monsters are striding across the board. The downside is they're having to wade into firepower, especially against Space Marines. Other factions are going to do that against them as well. So with the final list, I've got 500 points still to spend. One of the models is on the painting desk at the moment. It's this thing here. I mean, look at it. It's incredible. What a model. So it's just a Tyranid's drop pod, basically. I can put, for example, 6 warriors inside. I can also put a screamer killer inside, would you believe? I can actually put it inside this thing. So like a drop pod, dropping in turn 1, I can bring it down on the board. I can disembark with the unit. And I've potentially got monsters or chopper units of warriors landing much closer to the opponent, being able to potentially charge on turn 1. It's going to be a 9-inch charge, but the possibility of doing that. So landing in places like here, landing across here, and then just lurching ahead up the board. So that's kind of the plan with these. I've got one of them, I've got a second one on the way. The idea is to go for the immediate disruption, immediate deep strike turn 1. The more I'm playing with the Tyranids, the more I'm seeing that's a good option to go for. I think, and then combine that with like my infiltrator type units who can take the fight to the opponent straight away. So I'm liking the idea of that. So that's why it's a bit tedious, a bit frustrating with the Tyranids because I know what's coming for them, and I think it'll be an improvement for the list as opposed to this striding across the board, taking casualties as we go. But we'll press on. It's all a learning curve here. The new Tyranid Codex has arrived, so that's all in place, and I'm making progress, as you can see, with the new units on the way. So we'll fight on in the meantime. We'll go for a charge across here with the Leapers. All right, charges then. Von Rein's Leapers go in. They do look impressive. They're quite light, though, as far as damage is concerned. They are 6 attacks each, need 3s. Yeah, they're interesting things. The strength 5, we can do something. So we're looking at 3 spits. Yeah, well, it's a fair few I've missed. Now, remembering our synaptic imperative, I think it's called, 3 bonus hits come through against infantry. And then we're looking at 3 to wound. And it's nice little wounds. Not too bad at all, actually. So AP -1 on 11 saves. They've done it not too bad at all. That's the Miara Leapers on the Autarchs in command. Good strike from them, can't complain. 11 saves of 4+. Expecting to kill some Marines here.
What's the damage on it?
Just damage 1.
Damage 1.
Oof, they were damage 2.
4s?
Yeah. No, it's not too bad a roll.
2.
2 and a bit. Okay, half killed the squad. 2 Marines slain and wounded another. So Mike's going to fight back here with his squad.
Yeah, so 2 of them have close combat weapons.
By the way, for anyone wondering, I could have played a 0 CP stratagem on these to give them like 5+ on critical hits, but I was too far away. I was just half an inch away from gaining that ability, which would have been very useful.
So the 2 normals, there's no menace in close combat, sure there's not?
No.
So 3s.
Yeah, Mike's got a separate attack for a chainsword coming up from the sergeant.
Your toughness?
Toughness 5.
Oh, 5s.
5 to wound 1 comes
no
through. I'll pick a 4-up save. Yeah, 1 wound taken.
And then sergeants, chainswords, 3s. Toughness 5, so 5s again, yeah?
Yep. Up, please.
3 hit -1.
Very good. Oh no, destroyed. Right, so that's enough to... that was a 5. So we're looking at another wound coming through which kills the model and another wound taken. So we'll take away him and just move that wound over to him like so. So one of the Von Ryan's Leapers brought down. So that's that done. A few other things done off camera. A couple of hazardous rolls done and no problem. And then across there, battle shock test was passed just about because they were hit by the Screamer Killer's attacks coming through. So that's combat's resolved here. Von Ryan's Leapers have done okay. Can't really complain about the 3 of those charging in, but we have not stormed that hostile objective. It does remain under Mike's control. We'll calculate points at the end of the turn before we move on to turn 2 for the Space Marines. Alright, so no points coming through for the Tyranids, 0 for them. So 5 points to 0 at this stage. Is an early stage here of the battle for sure. Space Marines are lined up, I reckon, to do quite well next turn. They've got 2 Dreadnoughts ready to shoot, maybe try and go after targets in close combat. The Bikers to swarm around as well. And then supporting it also as the Tyranids continue their surge. We'll go on to turn 2 now for the Imperial Fists. Alright, turn 2 here for the Space Marines. Mike says he's got a plan. It's looking potent enough if all goes well. We'll let the dice decide here. So cards drawn. We're on engagement fronts was dumped previously. So secure no man's land and bring it down. So destroying something big, well, that's certainly an option. And then secure no man's land is the other card that's in play. 10 points have been picked up for primaries for the control of this objective. And the objective across over on that flank. So 10 points picked up for primaries, which is really good. Bikers have shifted around across here. Mike's going to go after this monster. Then the Dreadnoughts have boldly pushed forwards across here to fire in different directions, maybe even a close combat to take place. The lead Dreadnought, the Red Scorpion one, has claimed the central objective. To support them is Eradicators. They've moved out on top here. Captain's the other side of the billboard just there, but they're firepower in range and ready to support as well, which looks good. Dreadnoughts pushing through and Eradicator support, and that's the plum target for them, a monster, which is their forte for sure. Holding the home objective here with the Intercessors. Need to do that here. It is sticky objectives, but there's things like Lictors which could turn up, so Mike's just being careful in that regard. Heavy Intercessors in position and ready to shoot. So then across here, pulling out a close combat, maintaining a couple of models on the objective. It's a tight one across here, but Mike's decided to pull away, try and blow those away, and then maintain position on the objective. It does look good. If all goes well, we're looking at destruction of these monsters across here. The best situation is to see the destruction of the Mouse Scepter, the Carnifex as well, the Screamer Killer, and you're thinking of doing something down here as well?
Yeah, well, the whole idea is the captain uses 0 CP to allow me to put them back in the Devastator Doctrine to advance and shoot.
All right, okay, fine.
So you can get up and across.
Right.
Line of sight here, which then hopefully frees
them
these 2 up to shoot into here and either kill the bodyguards and weaken this, or at least kill most of the bodyguards off, and then possible charge.
Okay.
And if not, it then plugs this.
You still got the objective, yes, fine. We played the Shadow in the Warp, and we're looking at battle shock tests failed for the Intercessors, heavy Intercessors, and the Bikers across the other side as well. So it's not going to limit them too much, just means they can't play stratagems. OC control drops to 0.
Yeah, which is why I need to make sure this is dead.
Yeah, okay, interesting.
And that's why I needed them to pass it.
Which they did.
Because it's done in the command phase, so I wouldn't have scored my 10 points if they had failed.
Correct. That was an important role. So bravery there to that squad. And he's checking his watch. It's time for firepower here from the Space Marines. They're looking solid here on the board. Tyranids, we're pulling out every trick that we can, but we're hamstrung here. We're waiting for the final list to come through. Just have that big floating egg thing to paint. 2 of them. I think that really changed the shape of this Tyranid list. But for now, we fight on foot.
Should try and clear. Should try and clear.
Yep. Just as I thought, it couldn't get any worse. I just brought the Inceptors down. So they're able to land so close because of meteoric descent.
Yeah.
It's a built-in rule for them. So this squad's landed here. It's the BPP Wargaming squad. And then we've got the Amy Almo squads just turned up in this corner. Just stood. They could sit here, fire at multiple targets, and now I'm going to have to divert resources from the main attack to try and deal with them here. So Space Marines fighting like pros here against the Tyranids. I guess if there's any faction that's professional against fighting against the Tyranids, it is the Space Marines. So,
yeah.
And the board looks nice. Imperial Fists looks like they're fighting in amongst their own containers here with this terrain. We'll go on to shooting phase next for the Space Marines here. I've got a feeling they're going to do well. Right, Mike's looking at the Patreons here. He's gone for Bjorkazog Puncher for high impact. So Malceptor, I'm not going to play any stratagems on it. So it's just going to try and absorb damage as it comes. The bikers are going to unleash what they have. There's potential devastating wounds coming through.
Yes, so I'll start with the challenge now. I get his GV. So it's 2 shots. Hitting on 2s. Both hit.
6s to wound.
My mistake, sorry, hitting on 3s. So reroll that one because of the...
Because of Oath. Yes, Oath's been placed on the Malceptor.
And
it's -1 to hit rolls, as Mike has remembered, because the Malceptor, if you're within 6 inches, it's -1 to hit rolls. Alright, so we're now looking at 6s to wound.
Yeah.
No.
Twin linked.
Ah!
Nope.
Still no. Okay.
No.
Malceptor's on 13 wounds left.
This may have been a mistake.
It's tough enough. We'll zoom in. There he is. It's his debut. He's got his foot on an Ultramarines Terminator, and rightly so. No wonder the Imperial Fists are angry.
Okay, so 3s to 4s then because of the -1.
This is a Biker Decker. Nice. It's helped. Yeah, the -1's helped, actually.
And again, 6s.
And twin linked, right?
Yep.
No.
I can't roll a 6 this game.
Have another go. No. Suits me fine. Okay. Well. Okay. We've got our most important stratagem is rapid regeneration for us. The 5+ feel no pain ability, which we'll gladly use, just waiting for the right moment here. I've decided not to use it on the Malceptor. It's proved to be a decent enough choice.
So, multi-melter.
Yes.
2 shots and half range on that with 2.
So 2 shots, yeah. What are you looking for here? 4s?
4s.
With the -1?
Yep.
It's an important roll. Bjorkazog Puncher says 1 hit, 1 miss. Make it 2 hits. Ooh.
Strength 9.
Toughness 11. 5s to wound. Huge roll. 6 and 5.
So that is devastating.
It is, right, with the new rules, which ignores armor saves. It's straightforward as that.
And then that one's at -4.
And devastating ignores invuns as well, so it just goes through everything.
So it'll be a
nice.
D6 + 2.
Yeah, and the other one I'm going to try and block. I'm 100% out of shit. Right, I'm annoyed enough, which I will use the Red Cross dice. Perhaps a bit early, but
Red Cross's squad shooting at you.
Is it? Oh! That was a 3 and it hit the statue and rolled onto a 5. Thanks, Emperor. Okay, so blocks that one. Okay, right, so we're looking at D6 + 2 damage.
Right, you're the Zog Puncher, this is your roll.
1! Okay, that's cheered me up a little bit. 3 wounds. Dropping down to 10. We are very much alive. You can have the best plan laid out, and it's down to the dice at the end of the day. Oh, CP reroll if you had it. Would have been a 6 + 2. Ouch.
Oh, I have it, but I didn't.
Didn't use it yet.
Yeah.
Mike's on 1 CP, I'm on 2. You've been saving, been sensible.
Right, I need to think about this one. So what I'll do is I'll make it simple for myself.
Eradicators are rich. Yeah. All the Eradicators, there's 1 or 2 multi-melters in there, and the rest are melter rifles. They're going to go into the Carnifex, the Screamer Killer. Right, I'm paying a CP to go for 5+ for no pain. It's in synapse range. It's got a node thingy attached to it as well from the Neurotyrant from earlier on. So 5+ for no pain granted to him, just to try and prolong its life for as long as possible.
Is he -1 to hit as well?
No.
So what I might do...
Mike's got 1 CP to spend here.
Yeah.
Target's in the open. It's a prime target. Aggressors or Eradicators have been trained for this moment.
What I might do is strip away your...
I'll zoom in so you can see. They're up there. There they are. By the poster. Fight today for the Emperor.
Oh, there's no save anyway. There's no cover. That's fine. No, I was going to take away. Fine, okay. So, melt the rifles. 4 shots hitting on 3s.
I think you need an Imperial friend, Mike.
Yes, I went for Blood Angels Brian.
Oh, right. Okay, cool. Means business.
Yeah.
This is melter rifles.
Yep, 3s. Strength 9.
Oh, toughness. I think we're at least 10. It's toughness 9, actually. It's not as tough. Force to win.
4s, yeah.
Oh, please. 6 and 2 5s. Dice roll on fire.
4.
6 up save. We are Screamer Killer starts on a 2. So I could try and do something. I need the toughest, Darren Gardner, Death Guard and Beast Snaggers. That's about as tough as you can get. 6s. 2 6s will drive Mike crazy. Got 1. We did get 1. 3 come through.
Yeah. So Blood Angels Brian.
This is the damage. This is
D6.
just from melter rifles. 3d6 damage.
7.
Why, 7. Well, we'll try and feel no pain this, and we do block 2. So 5 wounds have been caused. Yeah, we're half dead. So we'll drop down to 5 wounds left. Only a 10 wound model. Okay, half slain, but still alive. It's going to take the multi-alters to do it.
Yeah.
4 shots.
This is now hitting on 4s, this one.
Okay. Oh, they've all missed. Can anything be done? What's your reroll for? What are your monsters?
And I can reroll them 2 1s.
Yeah, go ahead. So if we just...
I've never used them.
Never you debut use it. So we pick this up. The 2 1s that might roll for damage can be rerolled. You can reroll hit rolls, wound rolls, and damage against monsters and vehicles. Yeah. That's insane.
So stop typing.
Yes. So there's another 2.
Yeah.
Which I'll try and feel no pain, which I block 1. So we're okay, we're okay. I'm just going to take another wind drop to 4. I'm going to die here. This is almost a waste of a stratagem. So now you're going to reroll all the hits from the multi-melters. Yeah. And just the 1 comes through. Ooh, okay. Wounding on a 4. 1 dice. And rerolling. No, doesn't come through.
4, 6 required.
Yeah. So, yeah, just off camera, Mike fouled, got a hit roll fouled, which he's then rerolled to get a hit, to get a wound coming through on a 5. So everything's correct with the rules, except a saving throw now of a 6+. Xenos dice.
Ooh.
No, I'll take it. Take it.
Yeah, damage.
2.
Which I'm going to reroll.
Reroll. Go ahead. Oh, why? 6. Oh, I can't believe that. Oh, it's killed me. Oh, if I had a command rerolled. Oof, no, right. Target destroyed.
I'm glad we picked up 1.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But the rules are exceptionally good. It's a perfect target for them. Eradicators have done exactly that. They've eradicated a Screamer Killer from the battlefield. It put up a... Well, maybe it was down to dice rolling, actually, that managed to keep us alive for longer, perhaps, than we should have done. But reroll hits, wounds, damage is mighty powerful here. So well done to the Eradicators. Screamer Killer, destroyed. So I can see the value of the Eradicators in the Imperial Fist list. Have that in the heart of your army, that ability. Really clear a path through the enemy lines. It's almost like you've got Eradicators with like the Dreadnoughts as the breakthrough type units to push through. Yeah, it's quite a cool combination.
So it's my version of them being the distraction Carnifex for the for
true,
us.
yes.
And pulling them up.
Supporting units, yeah, it's brilliant. Okay. All right, good shooting. Eradicators, superb, really helping to support the advance forward set. Going to say that famous phrase that Mike doesn't like. Mike's going to split fire. He's been told repeatedly not to do it. He's going to do it though. Macroplasma incinerators are going to go across here. And all the small arms, Dacker and bits and pieces are going to go into the Hive Tyrant. And his bodyguard. Okay, we're all going to pick friends. Mike's going to pick a shooting friend. I'm going to pick a toughness friend. I'll double mega stack here. Nate Miller will protect Nate Miller. For all my saves, feel no pains. And, talking of feel no pains, for 0 CP, I will activate the feel no pain stratagem, which is called Rapid Regeneration. As for my ability, I can use that stratagem even if another unit from my army has already used that stratagem, so I will use it on himself. So we now give ourselves a 5+ feel no pain against any firepower coming through in our bid to keep the Hive Tyrant alive.
And this is Longbow BB.
Mike's going to go Longbow BB here. It's Battle of the Phoenix Lords.
So Lictor's Rocket Pod D3, just the one shot. Hitting on 3. Hits.
Yeah.
Strength 8.
3 to wound. You're going against the toughness of the bodyguard unit, which it does wound.
-1, 2 damage.
If -1, we've got cover, so we're looking at a 3-up save for these. So we'll take the Nate Miller dice and start off with a
So flat 2.
Straight 2, which will then go to feel no pains. And we block none. Ouch, 2 wounds taken. So Dan C, the Autarch here, that's his unit. But 2 wounds taken. Bodyguard and protecting so far.
And get shots for the onslaught with 3s.
Yeah. Okay.
And then strength 5.
Yeah, we're toughness 8.
Oh, 5 then?
Yeah.
6s though. So 1 devastating and then 2 no AP.
No AP, okay. So we'll go to 3-up save. Block those 2, and then a 5+ feel no pain.
Devastating. No. Can you get feel no pain on devastating?
Yeah, general feel no pain. Yeah. So we are going to take another wound. All right, they're doing their job. And
then D6 with a twin frags one for 6.
Okay.
3s. And then 6s.
Okay.
Strength 8 or toughness 8 you said on it, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
2. No AP.
3-ups. 1 sneaks through. And I'll feel no pain it. No, so we're going to lose one of these things. It's one of the bodyguard models slain. That's their job. They're there to absorb the damage. The Hive Tyrant remains very much alive. 2 bodyguard models remain. Now the main gun, which could have gone down here, it's going to fire across against the Malceptor, which is dangerously close to Mike's bikers.
So D6. 4.
Are you going to charge the bikers?
Yeah. There's a possibility, yes. 4 plus 1. Threes.
Okay.
Re-rolling for Oath.
Oh yes, because you're going against the Malceptor target. Yeah, very good.
Yeah. What's your toughness again? Sorry,
Toughness 11.
11. So
5s to wound.
5s.
2.
2. -4. Flat 3.
4+ invulnerable save.
Yeah.
Come on. We'll keep Nate running over there, but I'm going to switch to a different friend who another one, Marcus Anthony, Hive Fleet Behemoth. Thank you very much indeed. We block 1, so I can't spend this. I can't command reroll. I will not do it. I'll roll to see what I would have got. I would have blocked it. And damage
3.
fine.
7.
7 wounds left. Dropping down to 7 wounds left. Okay.
So the next for Dampler is going to rinse and repeat.
His mic's going to split again. Okay, right. Okay, after you then.
Let's plan a little more.
Stick into the plan. I hope. These dreadnoughts moved, right?
Yep.
So we could see a charge across here.
Yeah.
And we could see a charge across there.
Yeah.
Right, so Mike's trying to soften both targets.
Yeah, and you've used your 1 CP or your free CP thing, haven't you? For
So Mike will fight first. Yeah, I got it. It's a deep plan, Mike. It's devious. It's good. This is
haven't been here in a while. I need to make an impact.
It's very good. That's very good. Very very impressed.
So
it's like a chess game. He's 3 moves ahead of me here.
Icarus, Rogapod, D3. Sorry, this is Macfield Knuckles.
Maxwell Knuckles, yeah.
So it's 3.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s. Strength 8.
Again, it's the small arm stuff going into it.
4s in, yeah. Nope. 4, 6, 8. It made sense in my head. 3s. And then 5s.
Yep.
5s.
It's a bit of pressure. If Mike doesn't destroy his targets, these monsters they'll nip back.
Just the one.
One comes through. Minus.
No AP.
3 up. Failed again. Damage.
1.
For no pain. No, wound taken.
D6 for the first one. So 5. 3s. And then 6s.
6s.
Nope.
Okay.
And now laser.
Microplasma. Come on, roll. You might roll a 1, by the way. A 2. Plus 1, 3.
Oh.
This is the defining moment of this battle. You can sense it. Mike's rerolling because of Oath of Moments. It's well coordinated from the Space Marines. These monsters aren't easy to get rid of. And what's just happened there? 2 2s and a 1.
2 2s and a 1.
Which is your shooting.
Yep.
Whoa. All right, so we'll hold it there. Right, so the big plan partly worked. Carnifex was destroyed in the end. The Eradicator's doing a good clean job. Dreadnoughts have struggled. And the bikers have as well. We've got a monster still alive on 7 wounds, and the Hive Tyrant, the Butcher of the 18th, is still alive with 2 bodyguard models remaining. We'll see if Mike does decide to charge into the jaws of this thing. We'll have to see. There's a bit more firepower to come. We'll resolve that before we go on to charges. Okay, so we're going to go firepower here from the Heavy Intercessors. Nice long-range supporting firepower unit. They're going to go into the Von Ryan's Leapers. -1 to hit rolls. And Mike's gone for Michael Fry, Space Marine player, to help out with the firepower from these.
Yeah, so because it's heavy, it didn't move, it goes to 2s, but because of your stealth, it goes back to 3s.
-1.
So, yeah.
This is heavy bolt rifles. Oh, they're struggling to find their target, and then we're toughness 5, so I think you're on
4's the win.
4's to wound.
Just the 2 at -1, 1 damage.
Okay, so we're looking at 4s with our cover. 2 5s, we block. And then the heavy bolter option.
Yeah.
6s are good.
Back to 4s then.
Nice, and a sustained 1, is it?
Sustained 1, yeah.
Brilliant, shooting.
5, so at 4s then. Just the 1.
Well.
-1, 2 damage.
That goes through on a 4, 2.
Yeah.
It's enough to destroy one of these things. That's good. Heavy bolter firepower coming through. There's 1 Miara Leaper left.
Yeah, and then I've got the Intercessor squad here. That's
A credit to the Autarchs, by the way. The 4 of them clustering together in that Eradicator squad. It was their firepower that brought the Carnifex down, so congratulations to them. They fight well as a team. What's left, Mike? What else is there? Those guys. Aha, right. 10 shots coming across it. Same target.
heavy, +1, and then
they do, yeah.
3, yeah.
3, yeah.
Yeah, it's assault and heavy.
Yeah, quite versatile, the bolters.
But it'll be 5s to wound.
5s to wound. Wipeout would be ideal. It's not going to happen. But we do foul those 2. How close? Just the 1 wound left. Okay. I think that's firepower finished.
Yeah.
We're going to charges. I wonder if Mike is going to go ahead with these. We'll see. All right, so charges taking place or not. Another twist in this game. A 4-inch charge was rolled. Needed about a 6 or a 7 to make it through around here to make it to him. So you have to get within. Mike could make it to the edge of these pipes, but then it wasn't enough inches to reach the Hive Tyrant. So we checked it out, double checked. Both of us happy enough that the charge did not take place. No command reroll available. Across the other side, Mike rolled about an 8. So the bikers, all of them could fight against the Mouseceptors. So we do have a close combat. Is there enough close combat potency with them to bring that beast down. We'll have to see. There is oath of moment, but crucially, no rerolls to wound. All right, so going to this combat. There's a chunk of shooting phase missed, by the way. Firepower from these. So these fire down here almost wiped out. 8 destroyed. There's 2 left. They're just tucks in there, skulking away. And then firepower from these took out 6 of those. Really good shooting from them. Brilliant deep striking, disruptive firepower unit with the Inceptors. Mike's got the Honour Vehement on the Chaplain.
Yeah.
There's something else as well, Catechism of Fire, but I think that's for shooting, isn't it?
Shooting, yeah. So I'm going to start with the bags first to try and soften it before the Chaplain.
Imperial Friend?
Yes.
Don't touch the Comiskey dice. Always did.
Oh,
but yeah. Valhallan Field Marshal Robert. I think that's about the most appropriate time to use that dice. He is a Valhallan player, but also Imperial Fists. Chance to bring the Valscepter down.
So this will be the ATV. It's only close combat weapon, so it's 5 attacks hitting on 3s, rerolling. Didn't need it. 6s, 5s plus 1 with the Chaplain.
Oh, plus 1 to win rolls, yeah. 5s.
We've got 1.
1.
No AP. No AP.
Is the Valscepter a 2-up save? I think it's a 3-up. It's a little bit tragic. Yeah, it's a 3-up save. All right, we'll go to a friend. I think I've spotted another friend. Dave Humphreys is another Tyranid player. There's a good number of them supporting us on Patreon. One win taken, dropping down to 6.
I like to see.
Wounds trickling away. Okay.
And 3 beggars.
That's the combat, by the way. We'll just zoom in so you can see. Oh, it's pretty epic stuff.
So 3s.
This is the bikers of all of their attacks.
Re-rolling these 2. Strength 4, so would be 6s down to 5s.
Okay. It really does help. There's 4 more have come through.
These are -1.
-1, yeah, 4 ups. This could really help. Ooh, half go through. So 2 more wounds taken, drop it down to 4. It's possible, it's possible. So the Chaplain. Honour Vehement's pretty useful in this situation, I think.
So, 2.
You don't want to miss any possible extra attacks here. So 6 attacks in total.
Yep.
Base of 5.
Base of 5.
Then +1 for Honour Vehement. That's fine.
Yeah.
2s.
Gives me +1 strength as well, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. So it brings me to strength 7. So it'll still be
5s.
5s
Plus
down
1.
to 4s.
Okay.
So 2s.
This is the roll.
Thankfully, re-rolling.
Because of Oath of Moment. Oh, it's all the Imperial stuff combined. They've all hit. Right, here we go. This is the wounds. 4s. I think you've got this here. It's the Field Marshal Robert roll. Just 2. Oh boy, now -1. We'll take 4-up saves. Dave Humphreys says block 1.
4 damage. That's only 2.
2. Come on, reroll. No, must leave. Must not spend. I'll take 2 wounds. I'll do. Dropping down to 2 left. We're still alive. So we'll get to crunch back. Yeah, I don't know how effective it will be. It's all right in close combat. Okay, which we'll move on to now, actually. So we'll roll up. So with the Valscepter, you get 2 options. With the way things are, I should probably go for sweep attacks in this situation. So it's going to be 6. Needing 3s. I am damaged though. 1 to 5 wounds left, so it's going to be 4s. And we get 2. Strength 7.
Toughness 5, 3s.
3s to wound. 1 wound comes through, and that's going to be AP -1.
4 up then.
4 plus. So the ATV's going to go. No, it's kept alive. It's Valscepter. All right. Okay. And that's it. The other combats didn't take place. Okay. Certainly some twists and turns here on turn 2 for sure. I think it's only fair that the Tyranids will get their turn too before we judge the situation in the game. We've got a chance to respond here to the Space Marines. As to how effective we can be, we shall have to see. Right, movement here on turn 2 for the Tyranids. So the warriors here jumping over and across with the winged prime. We've got 12-inch moves. He's gone straight across. A couple here at the base, or near it, went 2 and then 4 up. So they've made it to there. The others are pushed along in this direction. So we could charge along here and try and charge down against the Dreadnought. That's quite possible. Hive Tyrants move through. Bodyguard moving up with him. I think the fight here is for the central objective. So we're going to commit with our close combat units as much as we can. Von Ryan's Leaper or a 6 for an advance, or just pulling way back across here. And then the Neuro Tyrant, maintain coherency here and here. There's a gap 2 inches, 2 inches, maintain coherency. And you can let us know in the comment section on this one. 2 inches coherency. The base size here is 48mm, giving us a couple of millimeters width where we can pass through the gap between this unit. Correct us if we're wrong in the comment section, but we're both happy enough for that to go through. So the warriors have passed through the gaps here for the Neuro Tyrant and Neuro Gaunts. We spent a CP restoring 4 models to play back to that Gaunt unit. It's swung around in this direction. Remain stationary, the Barb Gaunts. Malceptors remained in close combat, perhaps the last-ditch attempt from that to make an impact. And that's about it for the Tyranids. There is the Lictor. We're going to leave him. Not going to bring him on yet at this stage. So, movement's done. Mike's going to interrupt with Overwatch. Yeah. Go ahead.
We're not go Chris Comiskey.
Chris Comiskey dice.
His problem is we use him in normal shooting.
Yes, anything could happen now.
So we want to try him on Overwatch.
Which Dreadnoughts can Overwatch? Both identical.
The
Scorpion
one, yeah.
All right. And I take it it's going into the Hive Tyrant here.
Yep. So we'll go down, and it is the Igris rocket pod for D3 shots. For 1. Needing a 6.
Needing a 6.
No.
Okay.
2, 1.
Mike's on 0 CP, we're on 1.
Yep. So onslaught. 6s. You've got that.
Go on. 6 for a mortal, or 6 for a devastating.
Yeah. No. Frags one.
Number of shots.
2.
Double 6s, nice.
Although I need
6 to wound.
6s, yeah. No.
Okay, nearly, but no. And the main one.
Yeah.
6 shots on the Comiskey dice. There it is. It's extreme, either good or bad.
7.
Sorry, Mike had 2 extra dice in his hand there. You go 7 dice are all good. We're looking for 6s. A couple of 6s would be brilliant.
Yes.
It's quite possible. The Comiskey dice say...
No.
Ha! Nothing. He is a Tyranids player after all. Oh boy, the Comiskey dice was used and nothing's gone through. Alright, we'll press on. We're going to shooting phase here for the Tyranids. So why not? We're going Euro Tyrant across here. 2d6 auto hits. 5 in total. 3s to wound. Yeah, 3 saves at -1, 2 damage.
What?
3 saves at 4+. 1 goes through. It's enough to slay a single model. Barb Gaunt's next. 5d6 shots. What? 18, 21, 22, 23 shots. Remain stationary. Nothing too scary going on here, I don't think. 23. Looking for 3s because we sat still. I think you're toughness 6 on Inceptors.
Toughness 6.
They are toughness 6. And I've remembered my 6s pop extra, so an extra 4. Going through, so shooting at infantry. It's 5s to win though. Brilliant toughness. We'll force some saves. And it's going to be... Looks like 5 saves or 3+. Shouldn't be too much of a problem.
4, 5.
1 wound comes through. Firepower here from these. So we've got a Strangleweb, D6 auto hits. Just the 1. 6 we need. We do not. 3 flesh borers. And a wound. No AP minus. Past the next squad. Strangleweb. 3 auto hits. That torrent. 6s would be great. Triple 1. Weird. And then we've got 5 shots. Need 5s. Or need 4s. Need a 5. Nothing. Oh boy. It's hard. I haven't scratched them at all. They are tough. So Mouse Scepter. Firepower into the bikers. We'll see what we can do. It's D6 plus 3 shots. And it's blast. So we'll get +1. So yeah, I would say... We'll go to the 1,000 summons for help. The artist formerly known as Vij. 3 shots. +3. +1. 7 shots. 3s to hit. Our damage bracket. And also shooting to close combat's -1. So 4s. Well, I never. This is good. Because this is strength 10. We'll just check the toughness. I know the bikers are toughness 5, but the ATV?
All 5.
Whoa. 2s to wound. All of a sudden, Throne of Terror. 5 saves have come through. AP -1. Sorry, AP -2. And 3 damage.
5.
Mouse Scepter's just belched out a psychic overload attack here. You can imagine Mike's had to go to Patronic Kelp here. So, Michael German for this one. 5 saves in total, 1 at a time. So we're looking at a save of 5+ on the ATV. Blocked, well done. Not blocked, okay. So, target destroyed. Don't know if it gets deadly demise. Roll to see if it does.
No.
It doesn't. All right, nice and tidy. So you can roll these up on the bikers. 3 saves of 5+. Oh, I blocked 2. Well done. 3 wounds taken. I think they're 4 wound models.
Yeah.
Well done, well done. Nicely absorbed. They absorb damage really well. Okay, so ATV finally is destroyed. And 3 wounds on a biker, but they've still preserved their numbers well enough. So well done. Next up, I'm going to fire him at all them. The Eradicators. D3 number of shots. Maxed. Blast. +1. Come on. Dice on the floor. Looking for 2s. No extra hits against infantry. Now looking for 3s. I take it your toughness 6.
Toughness 6.
Yeah. 3s. Once per turn. Battle round. I'll see what perfectly adapted says. It says once per turn. I haven't used it on this turn yet, so I'll do it now. Yeah. So 3 come through. Right, so it's AP -2. So 3 saves of 5+. Each one's damage 3. It's one of those moments where Mike rolls well. Again, block 2, just the one. Oof, could have halved that squad.
So the furthest one away.
Yeah, one can go. Michael absorbed that, no problem. Oof, that was a moment. Okay. And at that stage, I think that's firepower complete. Okay, so we'll go for charges next, which we have a few crucial charges to take place here. Right, it's a 5-inch charge. If I go straight across, then can fight down with Tyranid warriors led by the Prime. Oh, right. Oh boy. Duh. Martin Vagabond, another Tyranids player. Yeah, I think he's thinking of collecting Tyranids. Yeah, no, he thought about it. That counts. 5-inch charge. Come on. Get in there. 7. Right, in they go. Right, so we have a charge here. Tyranid warriors. Just trying to get one into contact, which I can. Then we'll try and follow up with the piling. So we'll move these models, but we have got a charge. The warriors, led by the Prime, are going in against the Dreadnought. Okay, so we've moved these. Managed to keep coherency, but not going to get all the models fighting. Then we charged here with the Hive Turret. It's gone in no problem. Charged across here. 6-inch charge and made it in. The Barb Gaunts have gone in as well. So Tyranids getting themselves involved in a number of fights here. We're going to combat resolution next. Mike?
No.
Doesn't have interrupt plays. All of our charging units can fight here. Alright, so piling move done across here. 4 Neuro Gaunts. 4's hit becomes 3's because the Neuro Tyrant with the whip. So those come through. And then we're looking at 5's to wound. A wound comes through. Normal save. Nothing scary from that. Which Mike passes. 3's hit with the Neuro Tyrant becomes 2's hit because we're leading a unit with our Neuro Tyrant claws and lashes. Sounds scary, but there's nothing much to it. That's a 6 there, so that pops an extra. We're coming in at strength 5. 3's to wound. Terrible. 2 saves. AP 0 and 1 damage. And the wound does come through. It's enough to put a wound on a model. Alright, so wound caused across here. A wound caused across here, just resolving some of the smaller combats. So we'll go to the Hive Tyrant here. Yeah, we'll go to the last Patreon. It's Travis and Jen. They're actually Tyranid players. So we'll put Jen on the Tyrant and Travis can be the bodyguard. How's that? Okay, so we'll go Jen, Hive Tyrant, 6 attacks. I've used my special perfectly adapted roll. That's been used up. Just need to get these 6s. Oh, they've all hit. Shame we didn't have the adaptation against vehicles, but never mind. We're now trying wound on strength 9.
Toughness 10.
5's to wound. 1 comes through. Twin linked.
Oh, this is nice.
It is. Whoa, helps. Not going to destroy him though. It's going to be AP -2. It is quite tame. -2. Each one's 3 damage, drops to 2 damage.
-2, so 4 is required.
We start on a 2.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh.
Dreadnoughts as solid as a rock.
Well, I have to roll 4s.
Like that. Well done. 1 comes through. Just 2 wounds caused against that Dreadnought. Every game they are as solid as a rock against. Tyranids. 10 wounds left. We'll have to switch to the bodyguard next, the Tyrant Guard. So next is Crushing Claws and Rending Claws. 2 attacks each. So we're looking at 2 hits. 5's to wound. Rerollable for twin linked. Oh yeah, 2 wounds come through. These are AP -2. 4 ups. No, they're 2 damage each, but they drop to 1 damage only. So 2 more wounds caused. Dropping down to 8 wounds left. Still a long way to go against that Dreadnought. Quite low impact from the Hive Tyrant. Alright, so Warriors, I've made the piling move for them. It's a tricky one. I've got these 2 in. I've got him in, base contact with him, but I've had to leave out 2 or 3 of the Warriors here. So they're only going to fight at half their effectiveness. They get 6 attacks each. We choose the aggression imperative, so they're going to reroll their 1s. Because there's a Prime attached with them, he'll pop. It's bonus hits on 6s. There's a lot of good things going on with them, but we're going to fight at half our ability here. So we're looking at 3s to hit. There's 8 wounds to try and claim here against this Dreadnought. Well, I just re-rolled those 2 1s.
Can't see it, I'm afraid.
This is what you're missing, Mike. There's a heap of them.
Oh.
Whoa. That's a... Man, I'm going to add in 6 more. This is half my effectiveness. That's all the hits coming through. We're strength 5. Toughness 10.
6 is required.
6 is required, but we are twin linked. So we're rooting for 6s. We've got 3.
Depends what side of the board you're on.
Yeah, we'll try again. And the wounds are coming through. Imagine if this was 5s or 6s. Imagine if this was a full squad. We're not going to destroy it. We have caused 7 wounds coming through. If that was the full squad, you could have been looking at about 14. It's AP -2 coming through against the Dreadnought here. So it will be 4s on 7 dice. So it should be comfortable enough, but some wounds will come through. And ouch. 5 caused.
Yeah.
That's nasty enough. Yeah, right. Happy enough for the Warriors. There's a combination I've been looking forward to using. Not ideal situation for them, not an ideal target, but still they've chopped well enough. Okay, we've got the Prime. We'll make attacks with him next. All right, so we'll go for the Prime. 6 attacks. And he gets... is he hitting on 2s? Surely not. He is. All right, so they've all hit with a bonus. So whilst he's leading the unit, the whole unit gets sustained hits. We'll try and wound. He's not twin linked though. And that's the difference. He is strength 6, so it's 5s to wound. It's not twin linked though, the Prime Talons. Just the 1 comes through, Mike. AP -1. Nothing too scary. Unless you roll a 2. It's only 2 damage, 1 damage, so just another wound taken, dropping down to 2 wounds left. We came mighty close to destroying that Dreadnought.
I try to help you.
I'm just saying, nothing for the pride of the Hive Tyrant, but we might have done better if the Hive Tyrant had stayed out of the way. Maybe, who knows. All right, that's me done. Mike does get a chance to swing back here, crucially, with the Dreadnought. I didn't charge, so you fight there. Yeah, all right, Mike's going to fight across there first. Honor Vehement, yeah, for the Chaplain. Here it comes.
2s.
Try and destroy the beast.
Thankfully, you're still oathed. I'll hit.
All of them. This is Chaplain Cross.
So it'll be 4s.
2.
Just the 2. -1, flat 2 damage.
If Mike kills that beast, Chaplain Cross will be freed up in that flank. Blocked with a 4 and a 5.
No, don't accept that.
Oh boy.
4, 5. No, close combat weapon's gone. So
if we can survive and do more chopping, it won't be too bad.
G4, G4.
Okay, here come the chainsword attacks. This could be enough.
3s. Reroll it. 5s.
And there's 2. -1, 4 ups. Oh, we blocked those 2. Whoa, dice. Anybody else? Oh no, the ATV's dead. That's him finished. Oh right. Okay, we'll attack back. I'll attack back with sweep attacks because there's a biker that's almost slain. So we're looking at 4s because of our damage. We're looking at 3s for our wounds. 3 make it through. -1. 3 saves of 4+. Oh no. I think it's going to be 2. Yeah, there's 2 damage each, so it's going to be 2 bikers slain. What a strange one over on that flank. Right, just the Chaplain and 1 biker left over there. So Alcept, well done. I wish there was something I could do to go and help him, but nope. Okay.
So
Dreadnought.
yeah.
Yeah, we've got Inceptors across here as well. So Dreadnought, who's he going to fight? There's Warriors bearing down. There's a Hive Tyrant that's still protected. All of a sudden, Tyranids have got a fair bit of resistance around here, but
The idea is to go into here because once he loses his bodyguard, he goes back to a monster.
it does. Oh, and then the Eliminators. Or Eradicators, sorry, can try and bring him down.
So 5 attacks. I'm now bracketed, so I'm hitting on 4s. Strength 12.
3s.
Just a 2.
2.
-2. Flat 3 damage.
Minus 2, minus 2. 2 5-ups then. Oh, we block 1. 1 does go through.
Yep.
Damage of
3.
3. Ah, it's enough to slay him. Dan C bodyguard. It's down to 1 model left. He's doing his job though, protecting that hive turret. Okay. Command reroll 5+. Command reroll 5+. Yeah, go on then. Sorry, Mike. I'm going to command reroll.
No, that's all right.
5+. Nope. That was a waste. Sorry. I'll be rebuked for that in the comments section. I just had an old moment. The old self there came out, and I just felt the urge to use the Xenos dice to try and get a 5+.
So we'll do the Inceptors.
Yeah, Inceptors against the Barb Gaunts. Yeah.
3s.
Try and tie a bike down. Try and cut down that firepower.
And then we'll have pistols. So.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Fine.
Strength 4, toughness
4.
Just a 2, no AP, 1 damage.
Yeah, that's enough to slay 1. Okay, and I think we've resolved our combats. No, there's a little bit of combat left across here. So, resolved across here. Good fighting from these Marines. 4 of the New York Gaunts destroyed. So, end of turn. A little bit of battle shock and so on to do. Across here, we've stormed this objective. Actually stormed that one as well. So, we're going to pick up 4 points for that one. And then 5 points for primaries. So 24 points to 9. Space Marines have the lead. They've maintained it here as we prepare to go on to the middle stage of the game. Turn 3 coming up for them next. Good spread of play across the board. There's action all across the table. It's a good combination as well. Hive Fleet Leviathan against Imperial Fists and their Red Scorpions allies. Does look good here on the board. And we look forward to 2K. For sure, but for now, 1500 points. There's a real fight going on here. I think Space Marines have the upper hand, but Tyranids are doggedly pressing on, and their aggression paying off for different areas of the battlefield. We're going to turn 3 for the Space Marines next. All right, so turn 3 here for the Space Marines. Battle shock, better report on that. These battle shocked across here, not in control of this objective anyway. Battle shocked for both of us now. I'm battle shocked, so is Mike across that side. Battle shock featuring quite heavily in this battle. I'll tell you what, Mike, your Dreadnought, the Red Scorpion one, he needs to test as well. And he's got a 7.
6.
He's all right. Okay, well done. Everyone else is okay for battle shock. So, Mike's used a doctrine, which is genius. It is called tactical. Devastator.
Tactical.
It's tactical. Fallback, shoot and charge. I mean, it's insanely good. So, pulling out a close combat across here, pulling out a combat, getting ready to shoot. That frees him up to shoot and charge. Eradicators nicely in position as well, supporting Dreadnought. Also, the Bikers have been able to pull out a close combat, shoot and charge, and across here, pull out a combat, shoot and charge, and move up with these. Other Inceptor squad as well. Mike's paid a CP to put them into a different doctrine.
Oh no.
Devastator.
Captains once per battle round.
Oh, for free.
For free.
I think Mike likes using the fist. We're saying he's the resident Imperial Fist player. He's gladly taken them on. And is using them with skill, I have to say. So mightily impressive. Because Mike's able to do the Space Marines, it frees me up to then take the Xenos armies, such as the Tyranids, the Eldar. Look forward to using the Eldar against the Fists. The Orcses as well, so plenty of Xenos factions lining up. If we have a resident Space Marine player, then that means we can do those combinations. So this is good because Mike's units now are all freed up to shoot and potentially charge. There's a horrific amount of firepower can be poured into both of these units. Mike seeks to utterly destroy the Mausept, that'll free up that flank. It's precarious across here for us, and then we are losing this fight across here. Gaunts easily outsmarted by the might of these Inceptors. Massive fan of these. I think they're really good in 10th edition. So we'll press on. Shooting phase next. There's tons of options available here for the Space Marines. This squad's firing into here. Mike's already rolled, and he's got a few 6s there as well. He's trying to wound on through. Oh, man.
10. -1.
-1, yeah. It's enough to bring them down. Those 4s won't help us. We're gone. That's the target destroy. That's that weak squad of 4. Mike's systematically exterminating the Tyranids now. That frees up this squad now to shoot into those.
Yep.
So looking at 3s, 6s, popping 2 bonus shots coming through. Look at that, superb. 3s to wound. Cover it's -1, so it's going to be 5s. Ooh, we might survive. Yes, it's a 5. And we block 2, 3 slain. I still think we're in control. 2 OC2, so it's 4, 5, 3, 4. Mike reckons charges should resolve that objective. If this falls and is cleared, then I don't see any way of recovery here for the Tyranids. We'll press on, more firepower to come.
Yeah, I'll do the wee small, silly stuff and I'll leave the good stuff.
Sure, yeah, we'll press on some smaller stuff to get down and then we'll fire the big guns. Are you devastating wounds for Twin Link?
Oh, yeah. Select, isn't it?
On him? Yeah.
So, 1 devastating wound.
I don't know if I can't do anything about it, so I'm going to drop down to 1 wound left on the Mouseceptor. It's proved quite a tough unit.
So, twin.
But it's been a tough game for it.
3s.
This is a biker here.
And then 6s again, twin linked. No.
Okay, that's them done. That's the bikers across there.
Alright, so.
Yeah. So, Oath Moment, by the way, is on the Hive Tyrant, the bodyguard unit. Mike's going to fire the Red Scorpion Dreadnought.
Yeah.
I'm just going to zoom in and capture the heat of the moment here. It's a classic showdown, that's for sure. So, everything's going into here.
Yeah, from the, yeah. Only because it's Oath and he's hitting on worse, so I figured.
That'll do. The intention is to strip away the last of the bodyguard.
Yeah. So, Icarus Rocket Pod D3 for 1. Hitting on 4s, rerolling. No. 2, 4, 6, 8. Gatling cannon. 4s, rerolling. No, there's no difference.
5 to win.
Fishing for 6s.
1 comes through.
2. 1 devastating and 1 normal.
Normal save. And it's a failure. It's a whole face number 2. So that's 2 wounds coming through in total. That's a good start.
I'll go with a twin frag storm in case I can strip that last one off.
Okay.
D6. 4 hits, and then
Six.
toughness 8, aren't you?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So now down to the macro.
Yeah, D6 shots.
It's important roll. 3
3
plus 1, 4.
So 4s. Reroll.
Rerollable. 3. This should be okay. 3s to win. 2.
Minus 4.
4. So that goes straight through and onto him. So it means he'll be slain.
So that's the first one. And then the second one
is the 4+ invulnerable save of the Hive Tyrant. It's a 3.
Just flat 3.
Straight 3. I'm not using the command reroll, I'll need that CP, so I'll take 3 damage. So that's the Dan C bodyguard stripped away. Hive Tyrant on 7 wounds left. It's vulnerable now, bodyguard's gone. So Mike can move on to the next unit to shoot with.
Yeah, so I'll do the next dreadnought and
Okay.
all small arms fire, everything it has into this unit.
From him.
Yeah.
All small arms across here.
Yeah, and then the macro plasma
Into, the Hive Tyrant. Yeah, change of plan. Macroplasma Incinerator into here. It's a better target. All the small arms firepower. Looking for a single wound to come through. It's going to go into the Mouseceptor and try and bring him down.
Yeah. So, what am I looking for? I guess Rocket Pod D3 shots. That's a bit better.
3 shots.
3. Needing 3s. 2 hits. Strength 8. So 5s.
Yep.
1.
Got it.
Minus 1, 2 damage.
Blocked that one.
Right.
Ooh, boy.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gatling. Nope.
No. Ooh.
Twin Frag Storm D6.
Frag Storm.
For 3.
Threes.
3s. 2. Needing 6s. Oh, we've got one.
Got one.
No AP.
It's not twin, is it? Twin link? No.
What is?
Look for another 6, which he does get it. Oh, please. No. Oh, please, don't go. Oof, we hold. No AP minus.
Nope.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Valceptor's still alive.
Macro D6.
If the shooting doesn't work, Mike can charge with multiple units here. Double Dreadnought stacked up. And the Chaplain as well, ready to go. So Space Marines have a fallback plan.
So 3s. Fall hit.
Nice.
What's your toughness?
Toughness 5.
3s.
3s to wound. Well, they've all wounded. Oh no.
-4. Got 3.
It's just, I'm saving the CP for something else. I'm regressing it now, but we're going to take 4 casualties. Gosh, what can I do? 1, 2, ouch. 3, 4. Oh, that's devastating. The Feel No Pain, I should have used it to try and disrupt the flow of that damage coming through. There is a vulnerability to those warriors, and they've taken heavy damage now. Ouch, that's painful.
And that's a 4 and a 2 for the hazardous rolls for each one.
Hazardous has been done. Yeah, okay. It's really good thinning out of the Tyranids here. This is good softening up work done. Mike's going to do the Mike move, which is to split fire. He's going to go with the Eradicators. 1 multi-melter to go for the Malceptor. The rest into the Hive Tyrant, who's now exposed. What do? I've got 1 CP left. Do I go for the Feel No Pain? I'll 0 CP on himself.
Wait, what now?
Fresh turn. Feel No Pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right then. We'll do it for free. Go ahead.
Yeah,
now have a Feel No Pain.
The multi-melter.
Yeah, multi-melter shot against the Malceptor. Here it comes.
So 2 shots. 4s because I moved.
Rerollable. Oh, it is worth split fire. Oh no. Okay.
Strength 9.
5's to wound.
5.
It's not easy. It's not
Reroll.
easy. Oh, he's done it. Oh, fist pumping.
-4.
Nah. Oh, now I've got another situation to try and use a CP. All right. Oh, come on, please. No. Can't do it. I can't. All right, I'll say no. What would I got? Ha! Okay, slightly happy. Carry on.
D6.
All right, okay. Deadly Demise. Come on, blow up. Target destroyed. Well done. Well done. That was Vagabond in command here. There's the Malceptor. There he is. He's debuted onto the channel here. Quite happy with the paint job on him. So it's the Hive Fleet Leviathan colour scheme. You can follow the tutorials for that on the channel. But it's met its demise here. Space Marines have finally brought the beast down. But not too bad for that thing in its first game.
So the next multi-melter into the
Hive Tyrant, yeah. Mike's going to go for the next multi-melter.
4s.
Rerollable because it's monsters.
Yo.
Yes. Oof. 4 shots with
1, 2,
melter
3.
rifles.
3 just.
Oh, 1 died. Oh yeah, I shot 1. Carry on. I did shoot 1.
Yep.
Yeah, Mike saved a couple of others. Rerollable. So useful. Oh, it really helps.
2.
You're not a 3 step then once?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a 3. Keep going.
Pressure. Strength 9. Toughness.
9. Rerollable.
Oh.
Under the page. No. Alright, 2 make it through. Invulnerable saves are 4+. Ah! The butcher. Fight me fairly.
I don't like it.
Okay, so unfinished business here. Well, press on. There's a bit more firepower to come. Most of the heavy guns are now finished. All right, so we resolve firepower from these squads coming through. Neuro Gaunts destroyed and 2 wounds coming through against the Neuro Lictor, or Neuro Tyrant. Shooting phase is finished. We're going to charges next. Mike's going to need to finish this Tyranid army off in close combat. I think he could do it here. We've got charges across here looking healthy. nothing to worry about on this flank anymore. Some Tyranid Warriors and Prime and Defiant Hive Tyrant. But Mike has the double Dreadnought combo poised and ready to charge. Alright, the final showdown goes ahead. Dreadnought's in. And then the Inceptor's doing a brilliant job in this game. They're going in against the Gaunts and Barb Gaunts. We'll get these combats resolved. I've got 1 CP, which I've saved. Could have used so many times, but it's been kept here. I can't interrupt play, though. So Mike's free to fight with his charges. Alright, so Yellow Dreadnought here. One for the Imperial Fists. He's going to go all of his attacks into the Hive Tyrant.
Raise. Rerolling. Strength 12.
I'm saving this, by the way, for something, but...
Just the 2.
2 come through. Hive Tyrant, come on. 4 pluses, be defiant. Yeah, we block 1. Damage?
3.
Okay, we'll take it. Drop down to 4 wounds left. We've survived. Okay. The next Dreadnought into the...
Hive Tyrant again.
Yep, so attacks are going into these, not going after the Warriors, so Mike's going after the Hive Tyrant instead. I'll pay the point. I have to. I'll do it now. Okay, feel no pain. Oh, just stop. Sorry, your dice are okay. I don't think I can play it on myself twice. Because I played it on myself for free earlier. So I'll bring that CP back. Carry on.
You sure?
Yep. Do carry on with your mud pie. If anyone knows that quote from a film, let us know in the comment section.
Only hit once. I've won it once.
Do you know that quote, Mike?
Nope. I'll probably kick myself when you tell me.
I can't. I'll leave it in the comment section, you see. So we'll let people, if people know, they can leave it in the comment section. I'll tell you off camera. What am I rolling here? I rolled a 1 for something.
So flat 3.
Another 3. What does it mean?
Down to 1.
I wonder if we go to a damage bracket. We'll check here. 1 win remains. Okay, so this Dreadnought's done. Yeah, there's units across here. Right, so we resolved these combats. Gaunts across here wiped out. Another Barb Gaunt gone, a wound on another. We done our attacks back and caused no damage. So it's just this across here to resolve. 2 Vengeful Tyranid Warriors to make their attacks, going against the Red Scorpion Dreadnought. We're re-rolling 1s. We're looking for 3s.
2 6s pop.
6s pop, yeah. That one comes in. And then we're going to try and wound on 6s. Twin linked. Twin linked is really good if you can get it. 2 come through at -2s. 2 saves of 4+.
Which are needed.
Yeah, there's only 2 wins left. There's a pass, and that one is a
fail.
It's a fail. 1 win taken. It's all down to the Prime now with his 6 attacks. In 2s for him. So they've all hit with no bonuses. And then we're trying to wound. Which we do get 2. I think that's completely cocked dice. I'll reroll it. Oh, we'll get 3 actually. Yeah, 3 come through at -1. 3 saves of 3+, Mike.
And we know we can't make these. Oh,
man. Believe in yourself. Well done. All passed. Yeah, how annoying. Right, okay. There's one thing I'm going to do in this game, right, is destroy one of those Dreadnoughts. So I'm going to put all my attacks, I've got 1 win left, I can put all my attacks into the damage Dreadnought. Hive Tyrant 6 attacks. Here we go. So we do not take damage. No, it's on 2s. I'll roll that now. Once per turn we can roll a... Yeah, okay, so all our hits. Now I'm going to try and wound on a 5. And we do get 2. -2. 2 saves of 4+. You have to pass both.
Nope.
No and no. All right, 4 wounds come through in total. Does the Dreadnought blow up? If you blow up, you take me with you.
That's what we're hoping for.
Oh, it span. I'm sure I saw it. It was like a kaleidoscope of results. But it ended up not being a 6. Right, target destroy. We destroyed one of the Dreadnoughts. Finally. Took a lot of effort, but it's gone. Alright, so combat's resolved across here in the middle. It's mostly gone according to plan here for Mike. I think the key result was to see the Mouse Scepter. That's gone. The wreckage of my home objective is a major problem for the Tyranids. I don't think we can recover from this. Mike's ahead anyway on points. We'll give you an update on the score, see what points have come through. So points coming through for Mike here. It's been strong again. Secondary is particularly good. 5 points for primaries, 2 secondaries fulfilled, which was Storm Hostile objective.
Yeah.
And the other one was destroy no prisoners. Yeah, there's been a particularly good secondaries coming through. It's another 10 points. So that's 39 points to 9. The Imperial Fists with their allies ahead enough for sure. And Tyranid army's been decimated here. So there is one bit of movement that we missed. Behind that poster I used for 0 CP rapid ingress is over there. Look, you can see him. Yes, the Lictor is over there. He sneaked in. It comes in at the end of the movement phase for the opponent. So after Mike had finished this move, we tucked around that corner and we're going to try and, well, we'll see what we can do. We might be able to go on the hunt, perhaps, for a captain. One final act in this tragedy here for the Tyranids. But having said that, we've locked horns with the Space Marines, and there's elements of this Tyranid force, and I'm calm and collected and content enough because the areas where I see we're lacking, which is quickly engaging with the enemy, I've got a counter to that with the drop pods and so on, and other units coming in. So I'm not too worried about that. I'm just testing out the elements here for the Tyranids. So we'll not write them off yet until we see their full functioning list on the board. So whenever you play a game of 40k, you just learn so much when you actually get to use stuff in games. You see dynamics and different things going on that you wouldn't be able to theorize as much off the table. So we'll go on to turn 3 here for the Tyranids. We'll see what they can do. There's still some fight left in them. Right, so movement done. Just staying here in close combat. I mean, there's not too much we can do across there. Neuro Tyrant, happy where he is. He's been joined by the Wounded Leaper. Tyranid Warriors, not going after the Dreadnought. Going to go out try and chop some Marines. That's what they're better equipped for. So they're moving out towards the Intercessors. And that's the ideal situation for them, is to get into the heart of the opponent and then try and get into close combat. So they're in a better spot with the Warriors. Then with the Hive Tyrant, we've swung around. Mike's just said he's going to interrupt with Overwatch from those, which could prove nasty. So Mike's all lined up to do that. But whilst they're firing at the Hive Tyrant, they do well to look behind them, for Lictor is sneaking up behind. Okay, but Overwatch first.
Yep.
So Mike's got a multi-melter, and someone's in command of that one.
Yep, so
Dylan Moore.
See
if he can do it. 2 shots, needing 6s.
No.
Rerollable.
Rerollable.
So over the moment is on there. A 6. He's done it. Okay, can he wound? This is rerollable. Yeah. No, strength 8. Toughness 10.
Toughness 10, so rerollable.
Reroll to 5. So Brother Moore has failed. The next brother.
So the next, what are we going to roll?
Ben Harris.
No. Oh, yeah. So, next multi-malvo.
Ben Harris needs 6s. Needing 6s. No. Melter rifle next from Sam Hermes. A single shot.
No.
Missed.
So we'll reroll. Oh.
Missed. And then a melter rifle from Valhalla Field Marshal Robert. If anyone's going to get a 6, it's him. Imperial Fist player. Now, get that wound. 5+. No. Not last chance, but... Yes, he's done it on a 6. Okay, we'll try and save on a 4+. We do. You got one unnamed brother left. Private Anonymous. Here it comes. No. Missed. Rerollable. No. Now it's down to the captain.
So captain, 2 shots.
2 shots, needing 6s. No, and rerollable. 6 of 5. Well done. And now try and wound on a 4. No. Rerollable? No. Sure, it's because it's different. It's a unit ability. Gotcha. Okay. Well.
No. We were close.
Wow. Okay. Hive Tyrant, the Butcher, remains alive, getting ready to take on the Dreadnought. Nice work. Okay. Twists and turns in this game. We're going to shooting phase next. Alright, so shooting phase, just firepower down here, took out one of the Marines, and that's it. We're going to charges next. Alright, so charges taking place. It's a bit of a... I pulled out of here because I didn't want to get taken down. It means that I can't fight in close combat. I haven't been able to shoot with the Hive Tyrant, so maybe he's just a bit disorientated. He's moved out across there. Dreadnought's wondering why the Hive Tyrant's moved away. But he survived at least, so we'll not get attacked by him. He's on. How many wounds is he on? Full amount?
Full amount.
Oh, no, I wouldn't stand a chance against him. Warriors have gone in across there with the Tyranid Prime jumping up and over and claiming that objective, actually. Interesting. And then the Lictor's gone in across the other side as well. So number of combats. We'll resolve these next. I'm going to go hunting for this captain here, this debut Lictor. JP's units arrived on the board. Chance to try and bring a captain down. I highly doubt it, but we'll give it a go. All right, so the Lictor's gone in. That's the situation. It looks impressive until Mike broke some devastating news. So we're at strength 7, -2 damage. Our attacks are precision. Yep, so we can target the captain. But inbuilt into the Gravis captain is...
refuse to yield.
So, half the damage. So my damage 2 becomes damage 1. We'll try and get him anyway. So we'll go for 2s on 6 dice. And they've all hit. What a noble Lictor he is. And a 6 there for popping an extra. We'll try and wound on 3s. And they've all wounded except 2. These are AP -2, so your captain can take his 4+ invulnerable save.
How many, sorry?
5 of them. Without that half damage, it would be a scary moment. 4 pluses. He would have been dead. Oh, that would have been an assassination. We picked on the wrong type of captain. Gravis has saved him. 4 wounds taken. Scary moment. Lictor, eh?
2 left.
2 wounds left. Mike's looking for wound markers here.
I am, because
there's none around his side of the board. He hasn't needed them for this game. Right. Very cool to see the Lictor going in. Brilliant sculpt from Games Workshop. Model of the year for me at the moment. We'll go for the Tyranid Warriors. They're depleted in number, but they've reached a nice, soft, choppy target. So we'll go for our hyper-aggression stance here. So 3s to hit rerolling 1s. A few 1s. Yet again, there's a heap of 6s. And there's another one. So we're looking for 3s. We'll add in 5 bonus hits. 3s to wound. All of them except 1. All of them. 5, 10, 14 saves at -2. Not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. That's from 2 warriors out of 6.
14, you say? Yeah.
14 saves of 5+. It's a good enough roll. It's a pretty good roll. Mike's passed a lot, but wounds are coming through.
2 damage, isn't it? Yeah.
It's no, just the 1 damage from these. Yeah.
1,
so
2, 3.
3 dead and a bit. Okay, so perhaps should have done the prime first, but anyway. We'll now go for 2s with him. No bonuses. 3s to wound is terrible. Just the 1 comes through, -1. Squad's going to survive. Yep, just the sergeant will remain. 4 of them slain in total. Yeah, he said, Lictor's gone. Mike's rolled off camera. 3 successful wounds came through. AP -2. I rolled 3 saves and failed. There's no invulnerable save going on with this thing. And it's 6 wounds, and Mike's caused 6 wounds in total. So Lictor's gone. He came on, he had a go, and he died.
He did a really good goal as well.
And it was almost mission successful, almost took out Gravis captain, so a noble effort, and no doubt we'll see the Lictor again, chasing another target.
Sergeant, 5 attacks.
Oh yes, lone sergeant.
3s.
So a chainsaw.
Yeah, and I'm assuming
5s.
5s, yeah. 2 at -1.
And both go through, 2 wounds caused. Right, so the rest of the combat's resolved. 2 wounds caused against the warriors. That came from the brave sergeant. Across here, we took no damage and caused 1 wound against the inceptors. So that's combat's resolved, and the turn comes to an end. Right, so points coming through. It's not enough here for the Tyranids. 5 points for primaries, 4 points for storm hostile objective. Thanks to the Tyranid Prime landing over on that objective across there. We're going to leave it at this point. If we roll the game on, Mike's got the Eradicators, trying to pick off one wound. There's a Dreadnought that's free as well, which can shoot at him, charge into those. So we'll be finished off with ease, sadly. Then across here, zero chance of us trying to control our objective. We've been swarmed here by the Inceptors. They've done a brilliant job with their firepower and tough enough just to survive out here and fight by themselves. So well done. And across there's not too much significance to this. We're weak across here. So we could hold or take this objective if we do, but it's being countered equally by Mike controlling the objective across the other side. I said, well, we'll burn this one, and Mike said, well, he'll burn that one across there. So it's kind of it's just a standoff between. Then you'll burn that one. Yeah, fair enough, Mike. We are out of it here. Tyranids have taken a beating at the hands of the Space Marines. Disciplined plan and execution from Mike. Excellent play, good tactics being used, the right use of the doctrines, oath of moment being used, excellent use of stratagems, and utilising units really well. Aggressive play with the Dreadnoughts paid off. Brilliant supporting firepower coming from the newer Eradicator units. They've earned their position.
When you remember the rules.
When you remember the rules, yeah. And the rules are powerful. Like, to re-roll all of that stuff is so good from them. And once again, the Outrider detachment performing well on the table also. So promising signs here for the Imperial Fists. So as we said, the plan is to get them to 2k, waiting on Siege Studios for sending the models through. The Tyranids I've got to 1500 points, and then I have units, as we've seen, on the painting desk and try and push those to 2k, get that 2k army done. That would be great news. And you'll be able to see the final list for the Tyranids. And only then can we really judge as to how well the final Tyranid list will do. But there's elements of it fighting away which have done okay. There's been some promising signs from the Tyranids so far. I have to say, for back-to-back games that we've played, the best unit for the Tyranids so far has been the Hive Tyrant for durability and for fighting away. But there is a new supporting unit which has done well, and that's the Tyranid Warriors. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a unit to watch.
It was just unlucky when you came in here.
Didn't get the full effect.
You didn't get the full effect. Yeah. Seeing what was it, 3?
3 out of it's only half the amount of attacks coming through. Units of the game, I've already pretty much pointed mine out. The Tyranid Warriors, I like the combination across there. I think they have potency. They're a little bit slow, but if they can get in and start chewing their way through, there's a lot of targets they can take on quite effectively. Any thoughts on yourself, Mike?
They made a good first impression, but
it's going to go across here. Inceptors, yeah, tactically brilliant. Just dropping in, letting loose of devastating firepower, really durable. So a good game from the Inceptors. That's units of the game for both sides. Silver level Patreons, big thanks to them for their support. That's Jason Martinez, Marcus Olson, Ross Caldwell, William Schwarz, and Zachary Lee. So big thanks to them for their support at silver level. So this channel is kept running by the membership and Patreons. So do help and support us at whatever level you choose. It's much appreciated and helps us keep the content coming. But in this particular game, Space Marines prevail against the Tyranids. That seems to be the trend at the moment. At the moment, at least. Back to the painting desk I shall go. Continue painting up my Hive Fleet Leviathan models. And we look forward to the day when the Tyranids outcompete, outwit, and outdo the Space Marines and consume their biomass here on the channel. I think it will happen. It's only a matter of time. Space Marines, your days are numbered. Great game. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.